And it was the time that he needed money, which is quite bad because he has no choice to cash out from the and to make the loss. Why insurance isn't just protection, it is part of your financial plan. You see, a lot of people, especially younger people nowadays, they are very hypercharged when it comes to investment. Very hypercharged. I have seen someone that I met in the roadshow when I checked with them, oh, you save a lot of money. Where do you put these savings to? And then they told me that they put into which is like a mutual fund kind of thing.
Yeah.
And none actually go to his bank. So he received the money in his bank account. And then after he budget out the money that he's going to spend, every single dollar he's going to put into the then he told me that, oh, because this is a very low risk, it's very easy to take out the money. But when it comes to financial planning, that is not something that we recommend. So you have to start from the foundation. First is to mitigate your risk. Make sure that you done mitigating your risk already. Then you start saving up for your emergency and contingency fund. Once you fulfill all those, only then you march into investment. And usually you started your investment from the low risk. Lower return, yes, but lower risk first. You familiarize yourself more into that first, only then you slowly move up. And insurance is something that it complements your wealth building. It is the most foundation and the most important foundation cornerstone that when you're building your financial goals. Also, it completes your financial puzzle. Alongside with savings and investment, insurance ensure the stability. It actually gives you a lot more stability because you mitigated your risk away already. And it acts as a safety net for wealth building, protects asset if illness or accident strike, whether it is temporarily or permanently, say like for a disability. And it helps you to plan better long-term goals, from buying a property to funding a children's education. One of the cases that I can share is that I actually met this person in a roadshow very early on when I joined here. We became very close over the time because whenever he has some problem, he will check with me. And then I've been helping him to do a yearly policy review. Although I did not help him, I did not sell that policy to him. But since he's okay with me, then whenever I text him, I say, hey, it's about time to review your policy already. Then he said, oh yeah, sure. Then I will review again. Then I asked, oh, do you buy any new protection? Then he said no. Then we will talk from there So he's the one that put all his money in the and there was a time that the option that he went for has taken a dent. It's not a lot but the performance is not as good as the market expected. And it was the time that he needed money, which is quite bad because he has no choice to cash out from the and to make the loss. And he has no other option because he really needed that money. So make sure that insurance is part of your protection when you plan your financial, because you will never know when the inevitable happens. And what happened to him is that he only has personal accident insurance. I'm not sure whether I'm okay to share this, but he has quite a big hospital bill that he need to pay up to and he has no choice to take up the money from there. That forced him to make some losses from there. So if it's possible, I would, but I can't reverse the time. If I were to push him harder on the medical plan, because for every time I review the policy with him, I say, hey, you only have a personal accident. Do you want to look into a medical one? If you want to budget, then you maybe go for the traditional one, which is like about 100-ish per month. But he will tell me that, he's a bit tired. He has a goal that he wanted to achieve financially. So he wanted his saving to reach a certain amount. That's why he's focusing a lot on saving. But he thinks that personal accident is sufficient to cover him. But he faced an issue where personal accident is not covering, but he require to have quite a big amount. He really have no choice but to cash out during the time, which he make more losses. And that also wiped out his savings. So to sum it all up, when you're planning your financial, insurance is a very important tool. And it's usually the foundation that you should start with. Once you have done that, once you have somewhat sufficient insurance coverage, only then you move to the next level.